There are places in this world with legendary level diving with stretches of rainbow coral filled to the brim with unique and rare wildlife. While there are many amazing places in this world to dive, there are certainly some that stick out way above the rest. In this video, we'll go over the top 5 best diving spots in the world for you to visit right now, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed and may even walk away transformed. Our first stop is one of my favorite countries to visit for the sheer amount of diversity, fantastic warm water diving, and pure beauty of what you will see above and below the water. Try to guess this country. Starting off with the crown jewel of the country's diving. Picture yourself gliding through pristine coral gardens, part of the illustrious Coral Triangle with over 1,300 fish species and 600 types of coral. This region is called Raja Ampat and offers a front row seat to nature's grand spectacle. It's primarily known for the tiniest of seahorses, boxing crabs, and many other unique animals of the sea. And many of them you might need to bring your magnifying glass, as Raja Ampat is known as the land of the small. The best window to explore Raja Ampat is during the dry season, during October to April. This is when visibility peaks and marine life is at its most vibrant. One of the unique aspects of Raja Ampat is its remoteness. This isolation has preserved its underwater treasures, making it less crowded than other popular dive destinations. But this country's underwater wonders don't stop at Raja Ampat. Let's shift our focus to Komodo, home of the famous dragons and some of the most diverse diving experiences you'll ever encounter. Komodo National Park isn't just about terrestrial giants, it's an underwater playground that will challenge and reward in equal measure. Komodo is renowned for its legendary diving current. These powerful water movements might seem daunting at first, but they're actually the lifeblood of the ecosystem. They bring nutrients that support the incredible and diverse wildlife. Not to mention, Komodo offers some of the most distinct dive sites full of unique characteristics I've ever experienced in diving, especially dive sites like Castle Rock and the Shotgun. Komodo is rather unique because diving in and around the park will bring you to warm and cooler waters, where the wildlife will drastically change along the way as you cross the Wallace Line. The line that invisibly crosses through the country and has created a distinct and separate habitat that animals generally do not cross, very mysteriously. Both Raja Ampat and Komodo offer options for shore and live-aboard experiences. But if you really want to immerse yourself in those underwater worlds, a live-aboard is the way to go. It's hands down one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had. If you haven't guessed it yet, this country is Indonesia, and in and of itself deserves its own video with all the legendary dive sites. But I focused on the best of the region that I personally visited myself. Indonesia isn't just a diver's paradise, it's a living laboratory of marine biodiversity. With over 3,000 species calling these waters home, you're not just diving, you're embarking on a crash course into nature's most complex of ecosystems. You might find a single coral where an entire species has lived their entire existence. That's how biodiverse the entire region can feel, and is. And while this video of course is focused on diving, while you're there in Indonesia, there's a lot of very special places to see around the dive sites. Just be careful if you're hiking, don't push yourself too hard to climb, and don't climb too high because of decompression concerns. What makes Indonesia truly special is the sheer variety of experiences on offer. From gentle slopes of coral gardens to the adrenaline rush of current-swept channels, every dive is a new adventure. To this date, Indonesia still has some of the most enjoyable dives I've ever experienced in terms of muck dives, night dives, reefs, walls, pinnacles, and more. Even beyond Komodo and Raja Ampat, there is a limitless treasure trove of additional dive sites in Indonesia. As incredible as Indonesia is, there's another diving paradise that might make you just rethink your bucket list. Ever wondered what it's like to dive in a place so isolated that it feels like you've left Earth behind? a place where oceanic mantas treat you like a curiosity and hammerhead sharks gather in schools so large they can block out the sun. This region isn't just a dive site. It's like a big ocean resort for large pelagic animals that will often take a rest on their long migrations. Imagine finning alongside a massive oceanic manta ray. Its wingspan wider than your boat, and they're here to rest, unwind, and play, displaying unique behaviors I've never seen anywhere else. Or finding yourself in the middle of a school of sharks with distinctive silhouettes creating a living, breathing labyrinth around you. The plankton-rich waters attract a diverse array of marine life. You might spot humpback whales or whale sharks gliding gracefully through the blue or witness acrobatic displays of dolphins. Every dive is like opening a surprise package from the ocean. You never know what you're gonna get from that experience. And I mentioned it already, but I'm gonna mention again, there's lots and lots of sharks, and they exhibit unique behavior and aggregate around giant ocean pinnacles in the area. You'll witness big schools of many things, but interestingly, these sharks like to school here too. From the reef whitetips, silkies, the large Galapagos, and the hammerheads. Welcome to Socorro. It's part of the Revelagio Islands. Yes, I know I butchered that. Please feel free to correct my pronunciation below. It's deep in the Pacific Ocean. Unlike Indonesia, you won't see much small stuff in Socorro, but this is where you go to see the big stuff. Getting to Socorro is an adventure in and of itself. Imagine this. You're on a liveaboard 2 days out from the nearest port. The anticipation builds with every wave. You might wonder if it's worth the journey. The liveaboard experience in Socorro is unique. You're not just diving, you're living and breathing the ocean for days on end. It's like an intensive course on marine biology, with each dive adding your underwater education. The journey back to port, another 2-day trip, will test your sea legs and give you plenty of time to process the incredible experiences you had. One of the most remarkable aspects of diving Socorro is the potential for perspective shifting encounters. Imagine locking eyes with a curious manta ray, its intelligent gaze seemingly probing your very soul. Or finding yourself surrounded by a horde of silky sharks, realizing that these often misunderstood creatures are often more inquisitive than life-threatening. These moments can be truly life-changing, altering your perception of the ocean and your place in it. The remoteness of Socorro means that you're diving in near pristine conditions, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with protected status. The marine ecosystem here operates much like it has for millennia, offering a glimpse of the ocean's past and hopefully its future. It's a stark reminder of what we stand to lose if we don't protect the oceans and what we can gain if we do. From the remote wonders of Socorro, we journeyed to a different destination that's equally captivating, but in a completely different way. Can you guess this next underwater paradise, where the water is warm and the variety of fish is immense? And you might be lucky enough to see thresher sharks in the shallows, or even encounter tiger sharks. Not to mention many World War II wrecks to be discovered and dived. One of the most famous areas, unfortunately, has been detrimentally impacted from recent political events, but I hope one day to see it return to its former glory. This is the Tuba Taha Reef, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protected status only by name today. It used to be known for its world-renowned legendary diving, but is now overfished and under threat. A good reminder of where the world can be going if we fail to protect our world's waters. But let's talk about what really sets this country apart: the unique marine life encounters. Malapascua Island, a more protected area than Tuba Taha, is one of the few places in the world where you can reliably spot thresher sharks in the shallows. These elusive creatures, known for their distinctive long tails, often visit cleaning stations at depths around 25 to 30 meters, which is about as shallow as you'll ever see a thresher shark. Mount Pascua isn't just about threshers though. The island offers a smorgasbord of diving experiences, from vibrant coral gardens to muck diving sites teeming with bizarre critters. Each dive offers a unique experience and a chance to see some of the rarest sea life in the world. Now, let's shift gears and head to Donsel, the home of the gentle giant whale sharks. From November to June, these massive filter feeders frequent the waters here, offering divers a chance to swim alongside creatures that seem to have come straight from prehistory. If you haven't guessed this one yet, welcome to the Philippines, a diver's dream come true, a testament to the ocean's incredible diversity. But the Philippines isn't just about big animals. It's also home to some of the smallest, most fascinating creatures you ever see, and is part of the greater Coral Triangle. Imagine finding creatures so tiny and well camouflaged, it's like trying to find Waldo in a Where's Waldo picture. It can be hidden in plain sight. And that's the thrill of muck diving in the Philippines. For those interested in history, the Philippines offer a unique blend of natural and human-made wonders. The waters around Coron, for instance, are a veritable underwater museum of World War II wrecks. Diving these sites is like stepping into a time machine, offering a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in history while also showcasing nature's incredible ability to transform man-made structures into thriving marine habitats. What makes Philippines truly special is its accessibility. The warm waters and excellent visibility create ideal conditions for divers of all levels. Whether you're a beginner looking to gain experience or an expert seeking new challenges, the Philippines has something for everyone. While the Philippines offers incredible diversity, our next destination takes marine protection to a whole new level. Imagine a place where 80% of the waters are safeguarded, creating an underwater oasis that rivals the world's best national parks. What if I told you this paradise exists, and is home to some of the most exhilarating channel dives you'll ever experience? This is a country turning away from the very lucrative and profitable fishing industry and instead choosing to embrace nature and become tourism oriented. Let me show you why this country is a game changer in the world of diving. Picture yourself finning through the German Channel, where manta rays glide gracefully overhead. It's not just a dive site, it's nature's version of a bustling intersection where these majestic creatures come to be cleaned by smaller fish. But this country isn't just a one-trick pony. Head over to the Yulong Channel and you're in for a different kind of thrill. Here you'll experience some of the most exciting drift dives of your life. It's like being on an underwater conveyor belt propelled by the current as you glide past vibrant coral formations and schools of fish. The waters there are often described as an underwater Serengeti, and for good reason. The abundance of marine life here is staggering. Schools of fish so large they block out the sun, sharks patrolling the depths, and coral reefs teeming with life. It's a stark reminder of what our oceans can be given a chance to thrive. But the region isn't just about the big stuff. For the detail-oriented divers among us, there's a whole world of macro life to explore. You just have to hold up against the raging currents if you're looking. A lot of dives are oriented in such a way that they'll be drift dives through channels. So even though there's small stuff, you have to be pretty skilled to find it there. Often you will start your dive dropping down below a wall. Then after some time along the wall, you'll usually go up along a corner, hover there, and use reef hooks, and that's where the sharks hang out. So you'll be surfing with the sharks while you basically use your reef hook and basically float like a balloon while you hang out with the sharks. And then eventually you'll undo your reef hook, or after letting your air out of your BCD of course, undo the reef hook, and then you'll drift dive to your pickup point where the boat is. One of the unique aspects of diving there is also the opportunity to explore World War II wrecks. These sunken relics serve as artificial reefs, now home to a diverse array of marine life. It's a poignant reminder of how nature can reclaim and repurpose our human artifacts, turning the remnants of conflict into havens of life. Another unique dive that I haven't got to experience yet, but I've heard incredible things, is blackwater diving, where you go out into deep water during night and hang out with these bizarre creatures that come up from the deep. They come close to the surface because there's no light. This is not for the faint of heart and requires a very experienced diver. During this dive, you can expect to basically lose all your senses, your ability to even determine up from down, and ability to even hang out with other people. It's total sensory deprivation, but I hear there's incredible things to look for and watch for. This one sounds pretty cool, right? Did you guess this one? Yes, that's right. It's Palau, a tiny nation with a big impact on marine conservation. Palau isn't just another dot on the map. It's a bold statement for ocean protection. This small country made waves by allowing commercial fishing, transforming its waters into a thriving marine sanctuary back starting in 2009, and with a phased approach all the way to 2020, where now 80% of the commercial fishing is now no longer allowed. Palau's commitment to conservation isn't just good for the environment, it's good for divers too. By protecting their waters so comprehensively, they've ensured that the diving experience remains world-class. It's like they've created a sustainable business model for ecotourism, where everyone from marine life to the visitors benefit. While Palau's protecting 80% of its waters, another diving hotspot is taking a different approach to conservation. Imagine a place where a once overfished area has been transformed into a thriving marine park in just 2 decades. What secrets does this world's aquarium hold that could change the way we think about ocean recovery? Let me show you why this region is not just another dive destination, but a testament to the power of conservation and accessibility. This peninsula along the Pacific coast offers a unique blend of boat and shore diving experiences. Jacques Cousteau famously dubbed this area the world's aquarium, and for good reason. The biodiversity here is staggering, rivaling the most complex ecosystems in other parts of the world. From playful sea lions to massive whale sharks, the region is like a living laboratory of marine life. One of the crown jewels of the region's diving scene is Cabo Pomo. This small marine park has a big story to tell. In just 2 decades, it's gone from an overfished area to a thriving ecosystem. The recovery of marine life here is nothing short of remarkable, offering hope for ocean conservation efforts across the world. But Cabo Pomo isn't just about the small stuff. Some of Cabo Pomo's most legendary dive sites are with bull sharks. Diving with these apex predators can offer a thrilling experience for experienced divers. I've done it myself and I can speak to how incredible it is. I've always had a little bit intimidation to bull sharks, but after being surrounded by them in this environment, they were not aggressive or hostile. It's a very unique place that I have not seen anywhere else in the world, that you can just dive naturally. There's no feeding of the bull sharks, they're just naturally there. It is pretty eerie too, being surrounded by these big sharks that can easily rip you apart. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the whale in the room. The surrounding region is renowned for its whale watching opportunities. While you might not see these giants while scuba diving, their presence is undeniable. The melodic songs of the humpback and occasional breach spotted from the shore add an extra layer of magic to your diving adventure. And I can attest that several dives while diving in Cabo Pomo, I was serenaded with the beautiful whale song. It was amazing. What sets the entire area apart is its accessibility. The region offers a mix of shore and boat diving experiences, providing both flexibility and affordability. The calm waters and excellent visibility in many of the dive sites make it an ideal destination for divers of all levels. Whether you're a seasoned pro looking to hone your skills or a beginner taking your first plunge, the area has something for everyone. Did you guess this one yet? It's in Mexico. That's right. It's the Baja of Mexico. Certainly one magical place in Mexico that you can't miss. And Baja, Mexico isn't just about diving. The region offers a perfect blend of adventure and relaxation. You can challenge yourself with an adrenaline pumping dive in the morning and unwind on a pristine beach in the afternoon. Ultimately, what makes Baja, Mexico truly special is its ability to offer world-class diving experiences without breaking the bank or your work schedule. The average cost of the accommodation is significantly lower than in many more popular diving locations, making it a budget-friendly option for travelers. One important theme I like to reflect on of all these places mentioned here is either the remoteness or protected waters. It really goes to show how important it is that we must protect our world's oceans. Outside of these protected waters, life diminishes significantly, and I for sure would love to see many generations of kids into our future be able to share those wonders of the ocean and the bountiful life to be seen there, and not to mention the living and beautiful coral. Our way to appreciate the people that continue to protect our waters is to make sure that we go and visit these places, share them with our friends, and ensure the tourism industry stays strong, as that might be the only thing left that is protecting our world's oceans. And I guarantee you, you will have a blast doing it. Before you take off on any of these trips though, make sure you watch this next video here to make sure you're well prepared for the packing. Until next time.